Tate. Lying down Tate.
The confidence is growing for Chase DeMoor.
Who could have predicted that Chase DeMoor would bloody up the top G like big uppercut? What does Andrew Tate have left?
And he's down.
What's up, Taters? This is Tree from Just Tree 411, and boy, do I have a great video for you today. Now, we all had a great time watching live Andrew here, bottom G, a bottom G, a bottom G. He get his ass whipped. Okay, I just found out that Chase is a reality star. So that's just major L's all around. But I decided to go on TikTok to get some reaction videos. And do you know that Andrew Tate's name is banned on TikTok? If you upload a video with Andrew Tate's name in the title or a hashtag, it gets taken down and you get a strike on your channel. Well, not YouTube, but I'm talking about TikTok. It was hard, so I had to actually enter Chase DeMoor's name or the Misfits Boxing title, and then I was able to get the reactions, and I picked some of the best, okay? I think you're gonna like them, so let's look at the reactions from TikTok, and then at the end, I will come back with my commentary. So without further ado, let's check out the reactions from TikTok.
Oh, they're screaming Top G. Oh. Like, anyone sat in that crowd now screaming Top G needs to reevaluate their life. Top G! God. So cringe.
How can you refer to another man?
Yeah.
Tate versus DeMore just went down, and it was not the outcome anyone was expecting. The first round started out with Tate finding his jab and controlling the pace early on, but nothing significant was thrown by either of them. Second round was much the same, with Tate gets his kick paws out and kind of just claws at him to keep him at range, but Tate does land a nice little combo. Round 3 is where shit starts to go downhill. We see Tate blowing out his ass, and Chase is starting to land. And this is where Tate's low guard starts to become a problem. When he's fresh, he can slip punches with his hands down, but when you start to gas, your reaction time goes and you get clocked. Chase weighed in at 200 pounds on the dot, and he was making Tate carry it, and his legs were starting to go. Round 4, things just get worse. Tate's looking to clinch at every opportunity he gets, just gassed. And Chase looks fresh, and he is gunning for him and starting to land more. Round 5, Tate is checked out and just trying to survive at this point. Chase lands a big uppercut that cuts Tate, and he's clearly trying to finish him, which he could have done if he made space. But he's just up close throwing these real short punches that don't have much behind them. Final round, Chase is just seeing dollar signs. Hunts Tate down the entire round, lands another big uppercut and just keeps clocking him. Tate is just a ragdoll at this point. He can barely stand, but he does seem to get a second win and starts to throw back in a bit to not completely destroy his legacy. But at that point, it was too late, and Chase took the win by majority decision. And I'm sat here eating my words. I thought Tate was going to smash him, but fair play to Chase, he beat him in a fair bout.
Your favorite red pill alpha male, Top G, the biggest podcaster of 2020, just got the biggest fraud check of 2025. The way that he's been talking since, you would think that he's actually the world champ of something. All this fight showed me was that he was chatting. Even in this fight, the commentators were saying that Chase's skill went down, which, how do you even go down from this? But this is a perfect representation of the red pill alpha, whatever y'all call yourselves, perfect representation of your community. Frauds.
So last night, the bald man, who you're not allowed to talk about on TikTok, lost a fight to a reality TV show star from the Netflix show Too Hot to Handle. This took place versus Anthony Joshua card for Misfits Boxing, which really is the best possible name for this show. And everyone's giving the bald man crap for losing to a fighter who looks like he's gonna fall over every time he throws a punch. Like, bro, you were a pro kickboxer. How are you losing to a guy who's throwing double punches at you? Ultimate punch! But this just goes to show that combat sports is not all about technique, actually. Like, technique is extremely important, but so is being strong and fast. And if you have two opponents with equal technique, the stronger, faster one is usually gonna win. And the bald man is in his 40s, while Chase DeMoor is only 29, and he's extremely big and athletic. And this fight was just a case of an older, slower guy who probably hasn't trained really hard in years, losing to a younger, more athletic guy who's been training boxing really hard, actually. He's still not very good at it, but he has been practicing more than the bald man, I guarantee it. And that's why the bald man started to get real tired around rounds 3 and 4. Fighting is really hard, man. Almost nobody is as badass in the ring as they make themselves out to be outside of the ring. Once you're in there, all the bravado in the world can't save you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Chase DeMoor did Andrew Tate bad. Like, bro, Andrew Tate is washed. He needs to retire ASAP. This man let a Misfits heavyweight boxing champ, which if you don't know, Misfits is really bums on their roster, bro. Like, I feel like I could be half of them. But like, bro, this dude, Andrew Tate, claimed that he was a 5-time kickbox world champion, and that did not show. His cardio was really bad. His punching was bad. Everything was bad, bro. And I'm sitting over here like, okay, Andrew Tate, when you gonna lock in? But he never did. This dude let somebody who be on reality TV, like Love Island, that type of BS. He let somebody like that beat him, bro. And Chase dominated him too, man. Like, bro, top G, bro, more like bottom G, bro. This dude got dominated, like, dog. Man, I don't know how he gon', man. As soon as he lost, I knew Twitter was gonna be on his head. I knew Twitter, Reddit, all them type of liberal platforms, man, that's gonna be on his head, man, because the junk that he was talking before the fight and the stuff that he talked about in general, just to get dominated by somebody who doesn't even box, man, that's wild, man.
Yo! So if you haven't been paying attention, Tate got beat by Chase DeMoor in Misfits Boxing. I'm gonna be honest with you, gang. I don't even think that we can classify this as a boxing match. It was just two men flailing their arms around. And by round 3, Tate was so gassed that he just turned into a human punching bag. Respect to him for getting in the ring, but the way that he's been talking about himself for the past few years, you would think he's a god amongst men. The peak example of masculinity, a real alpha male. Any other man that gets stacked against him is gonna get put to shame. Well, we seen what happened, right? The world is really healing. We seen Jake Paul and Tate lose in the same weekend. It's really 97% of people clowning him, and I seen 3% say, well, he's 40 getting in the ring. He signed up for this match. He knew what he was getting into. Y'all act like he was fighting the craziest boxer ever. No, he was fighting a reality star that was on Too Hot to Handle, and Chase DeMoor was too hot for Tate to handle. Wasn't he in all these boxing matches and kickboxing matches? This should have been light work. Chase DeMoor looking like Anthony Joshua.
Be careful about what fighters you let deceive you on social media. I've just watched a certain fight of a very popular person. I can't even say their name because the video will get taken down. And this isn't a hit piece of me celebrating another man's loss. It's nothing to do with that. It's more so to do with letting people on social media deceive you. Because the truth is, a lot of people would have told you, that fight I just watched was... I train unlicensed fighters, I train amateur fighters, amateur heavyweights that have maybe had 5 to 10 fights. But that right there, that was charity white collar boxing standard. That's how low that was. And a lot of boxing coaches, I've seen people on here talk about it. They've watched his sparring footage and have made comments about his technique. Now, in all fairness to him, he's 40 years old, he's had his fighting career, so it's not really something he's looking to chase. And this one might piss people off, but you'd be surprised at how many British or world kickboxing champions actually don't have hands. As in, they have these accolades in kickboxing, but they get into a boxing ring and they're trash. But that's because kickboxing is scored differently. I believe kicks are awarded more, your stance is different, so the emphasis is just different to boxing. Don't let social media deceive you.
Chase DeMoor defeated the bald bloke in one of the worst boxing matches you have ever seen. If you thought Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua was bad, at least them two can box. That was the goofiest boxing match there's ever been. This bloke is meant to be a 4-time world champion in kickboxing. Would you ever have imagined that if you said he got beat by Chase DeMoor? With their chins up in the air and arms going everywhere, it just wasn't a boxing match. I don't even know what you would call that. I do respect that bloke for getting in the ring and actually putting everything on the line, all the ridicule he's going to face from this. Hasn't fought in 10 plus years, there was a lot to lose from there tonight, still got in the ring. And fair play, Chase DeMoor, he's improved a lot. People talked about Jake Paul versus that bloke. I mean, Jake Paul would absolutely annihilate him. It wouldn't even be close. He just went 6 rounds with Anthony Joshua and he just lost to Chase DeMoor. There's levels here. The one saving grace is that Tony Ferguson is now on a 2-fight win streak. He got a decision win and actually looks really good in there. Revival of the Tony Ferguson career, I'm here for it. It's so good to see him winning fights, actually looking really good again. I don't think that bloke will ever fight again. I mean, Chase DeMoor was meant to be the easiest fight with the biggest name. You can't fight anyone worse than Chase DeMoor. It'll just be a mess.
Flop G's got to wrap it up. It's like when you portray this whole masculinity persona and it all goes wrong. My takeaways though are it was meant to be Darren Till. He would have absolutely annihilated the pair of these lot in a round or two. But Flop G opted for Chase DeMoor. That's only one reason you pick Chase DeMoor over Darren Till, is because you want the easy fight. And it was still far too much for him. This guy is the biggest fraud of all time. And the only reason why I'm clowning him this much is because he went on like he was an absolute phenom in the ring. His name on Instagram is World Champion Kickboxer, and he's got like World Champion in his bio in that, man. And he's had the kids of this generation on strings thinking he is something that he is not. And I've been saying it since day one. And I don't care if he's 40 years old and 10 years out the ring. You still look better than that if you are who you say you are.
From time Tate was skipping like this, I should have known the fight was going to be like that. They were fighting like this. Bro, girls don't even fight like that. When I mean girls fight, they tell their ear off and yeah. I don't know what I was watching. I'm going to be real with you. Yeah, Tate is now trying to say he's 40, he's been out for 10 years, but bro, you're Andrew Tate. You've been talking a lot. What we saw that day was just as simple as this. Tate talks and Chase fights. And he doesn't fight nice, but he fights. And yeah, you can say, oh, he's 40, he's been out there for 10 years, but yo, when you're someone like Andrew Tate, you already put yourself to that standard. We have to be honest. We have to be honest, bro. Because if Tate beat him, you lot would have been mocking Chase, saying, yo, who does he think going against Andrew Tate, top G. Listen, this is a testimony that anyone can get it. When you jump in that ring, it's a whole other story like Balamori. It's a whole other story like Balamori, I tell you, boys.
And there you have it, Taters. So that was a TikTok reaction. You know, I was really disappointed in the women who were reacting. I think there was only one decent reaction, and she's an actual boxer. But she kept playing content music that I know I was going to get acclaimed on, so I couldn't even use her. But all the other women were like, this is what happened to my stars in this, and when we do something, we have to understand that, oh my God, ADD, ADHD, you know, I had my bipolar, blah, blah. I was like, come on, y'all. Y'all really couldn't even look at the fight and just actually just clown Andrew Tate? Anyway, well, I enjoyed him getting destroyed. I don't think he's going to get back in the ring again. He enjoys drinking. He enjoys smoking cigars. He enjoys beating up women because that's a soft target. And for him to get his ass beat and all his, well, it wasn't that many, I had to admit, there wasn't that many people defending him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did have some people on Twitter, about, I had to say 5, maybe 6, you know what I'm saying, come in and try to like go into all of my threads like, yo, I bet you he beat you. I bet you he beat you. I'm like, wow, dude. Yeah, a man who likes to beat up on women, you just want him to talk about beating up on me? Ooh, big tough guy. Listen, I am, after watching him fight, I know I can beat his ass. He don't want that smoke. Anyway, let me know what you all think by leaving a comment below this video. This was a great Christmas gift. Jake Paul and Bottom G getting knocked out. Unfortunately, I wish it was Andrew Tate who had, I think, her cracked jaw in 2 places. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that would have been great. But anyway, at least it happened to Jake Paul, but I'd rather it happen to Andrew Tate. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Taters.